Today, rather than wrestling, I'll look at a close relative of wrestling, still in the kayfabe world though. We're going to be looking at magic. We're going to walk through 3 magic tricks and how companies use them to transform one job into another job. Our first trick, sawing a job in half. For this first trick, let me set the stage. It's 2008. We're deep in the Great Recession, and states and cities are starting to have their own healthcare mandates for anyone who hires full time. We don't have the ACA yet. At this point, it's called RomneyCare. In response, companies have had 2 options: give workers they never intended to give benefits their benefits, or transform the job. Of course, this is America, so they took the latter. Let's take our lovely volunteer job, a $40,000 a year retail manager in New York City. We cut it in half and we give it out instead to 2 $15,000 a year part time jobs. That first job, health benefits in the works. The second one, no benefits. From an employer's perspective, this is wins all around. This saves $10,000 a year for every time it's done. This saves benefits for every worker it's done to, and it improves the stock. This was the Great Recession, and if you did this, you weren't shrinking, you were growing. You just doubled your labor force. In fact, if anything, the government should be rewarding you with tax breaks. You are hiring people in a time where people are desperate and so few are hiring. Where's your reward? Our second magic trick, the Great Turk. The Turk was an automated chess playing automaton. In reality, there was a grandmaster playing chess hidden in a compartment. That's the same for today. These cuts in jobs at Amazon, FedEx, and Ford, they are firing people for jobs AI can't do yet. Is this because they are hoping that AI will do the jobs in the future? Nope, it's a Turk. Or, well, Indian. Do you remember what the very first MAGA fracture was after the election? H-1B visas. Companies were looking to increase these in a big number. But even if they didn't get them, that's ignoring the big elephant in the room. Back when I worked corporate America, my boss, he used to have a rebuttal anytime someone would ask to work from home more. I don't know why you'd ask that. If I proved my job could be done from home, I'd have proved that my job could be done from India. And he wasn't wrong. He was an asshole, but he wasn't wrong. In 2020, that's exactly what these companies learned. If someone can work their job over the internet across the country, they can do it in other countries as well. And when you do it in another country, there's a secondary perk. See, now hiring and firing is someone else's job. If you hire someone and they're poor, that reflects poorly on you. If you hire someone and they hire someone who's poor, that has no reflection on you. And we know it's the case that when someone says something is AI powered, the part they don't tell you is that AI is always Indian. AI isn't being used to replace these workers. It's being used to shift the work from our borders to another border and then being told the work is simply gone. No one wants to pay an American wage for a job that can be done sitting down at a computer with little to no supervision. If you were the employer, which would you rather have? A well paid American who gets the job done well, or a faceless automaton that you look fancy for having and does the job just as well for 1/10 the cost? Let's wheel in our final magic trick, a simple transformation trick. The first trick was about the lower rung of our employment ladder. The second trick was about the middle tier. But don't think that the upper tier got left out. Take a look at this senior software engineer. $500,000 a year, massive benefits, and you have to keep them happy. It's a real bad look if you invest in someone this much and they leave. But what makes them so valuable? Yes, there is, of course, the intricate skills and knowledge, but really what makes them so valuable is leadership, innovation, and institutional knowledge. Institutional knowledge being the absolute biggest of the three. Well, let's take this senior job and add some AI. It's now a senior AI engineer. Well, first, we won't be needing that leadership as a skill. Remember, the middle rung is gone. It's been replaced by the Turk. All that expensive institutional knowledge, we won't be needing that anymore either. Remember, AI is brand new. There isn't 10, 20, 30 years of institutional knowledge to build up. Anyone who is in the field now, if they've been at it for more than a year, they already have more institutional knowledge than 99.9% of applicants. Plus, you can't forget that the skill set doesn't naturally transfer over from one job to another. Software is built, AI is grown. The only skill that's left is innovation. And on that one, age is more considered to be a burden than a benefit. People who are just fresh out of college and brand new to learning the skills will have a more up to date and more open mind when it comes to the advantageous use of AI. I personally will never touch vibe coding. I think it's an abomination. And that's exactly why I would never be the AI coder. But the point then is, which would you rather have on your team? The first $500,000 a year software engineer who went into the tube, or the recent college grad who just got his master's specific to this skill, and a ton of college debt, and a whole slew of competitors who are willing to replace him? Is AI replacing our jobs? Absolutely. Make no mistake, that's a 100% given. Is AI replacing our jobs today? Nah. These magic tricks are done in order to transform one job into another. They're also there to transform one news story into a different news story. If you fire thousands of people, you look like a failure. If you displace thousands of people with AI, you look like a success. Same action, different story. When all is said and done, the story that we'll all agree on being more true than all the other stories is that it was AI, even if in reality, the magic show is always churning.